So I had a talk with Dad yesterday.
That sounds kind of ominous.
Not really. Remember when I was in town last and he told me he wanted me to be chief of staff when he retires?
Yeah, I remember. He gave you the full court press, didn't he?
Yeah. Took a little while for me to warm up to the idea, but I finally came around the time I really want to do it.
Well, that's fantastic. Dad's wanted you to take over for him since he gave you your first toy stethoscope.
Yeah, well, it seems like Dad has given up on the idea. It's not a slam dunk anymore. He offered the job to Reed Oliver.
That's an odd way to follow through. The guy's not even a people person.
Oh, he's an ass.
And there's that, but I wouldn't worry about it. I think Dad'll change his mind. I mean, you were the one that was adamant about not taking this position just a few months ago, so maybe you caught him off guard. What did he say he's going to do?
Well, he offered to submit both our names to the board, which is a total cop-out because if Dad really wanted me to have the job, he would tell Oliver, take a hike.
Oh, now you need to stop. I mean, if you want to be chief of staff, you need to fight for this job. Knowing Dad, that's probably what he wants anyway.
So I should just play this game to make him happy? Is that...
You're not going to like what I have to say.
Well, when has that ever stopped you?
Earn the job. Don't inherit it for your own sake. So is that something you can do?
Definitely. In fact, I don't think it's going to be too tough. I'm telling you, Reed Oliver is such an arrogant jerk. I guarantee you. Within the first 5 minutes of that interview, he's going to alienate everyone on that board. In fact, I'm looking forward to seeing him humiliated. It's been a long time coming.
I just got one question for you, little brother. Are you going after this job for the right reasons?
Oh, right. Hey. When last we left our heroine, she was giving the monster the hairy eyeball. And you know what the monster was doing? Staring back at the little girl and trying to get her to back away. But the little girl refused. And you know what the little girl did? She shouted in her big girl voice really loudly, "Go away! Come on. Go away! Don't ever come back again!" The monster just did that and put his tail between his legs and slithered away. It was all spiky. You could see this little spiky tail walking away, and he was never to be heard from again until now, because that's him on the phone. I'm just kidding. The monster's not actually calling the phone. You know why? Because the monster's dead. Hello?
Paul, it's Margot.
Hey, what's up?
We've been tracking Barbara's credit cards, and one was used in the past few days.
Where?
Right here in Oakdale. We don't know anything for certain yet, but we're hoping that means she's nearby.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I have good news. Mom used her credit card here in town.
So she's okay?
Well, Margaret didn't say for sure, but she sounded hopeful.
Oh, thank God.
That's great news.
Mom's got a lot of explaining to do.
Come on, Henry, open up. I know you're in there. I know you hate me and you never want to see me again, but I have something to show you. Please, it's really important.
Unless you've got Barbara out there, I'm not interested.
I don't. I'm sorry. I wish I did.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Henry.
Well, I'm not just gonna sit around here and wait. I'm gonna go down to the police station so I can be there when they find Mom.
Well, hold on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They didn't say that they'd found Mom.
No, but the fact that she's charging things is a good sign. She could be somewhere in Oakdale right now.
Yeah, and at least if I go down there, I'll feel like I'm doing something. I'm way too antsy to sit around and just wait for the phone.
Okay, you know what? I'll be happy to watch Hallie if you both want to go. No, thank you. We promised Allison that we'd bring Hallie by, and we can drop her off on our way to see Margot.
You want to go hang out with Allison?
You gonna come with me?
No, I'm gonna hang out here though. Please keep me posted.
Will do.
I really should listen to you more often.
Wow. Where did that come from?
Well, it turns out you were right. You know, Mom was just mortified that Henry had dumped her for Vienna.
No, he didn't dump her. She was actually always the other woman.
Whatever. The point is that this cruise was just a diversion, you know. Mom wasn't going to be found until she was ready to be found.
Well, hopefully she won't be ready for a very, 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 very long time.
Wow. Don't be afraid to speak your mind, Em.
What do you want me to say?
Why don't you tell me the truth? You don't really want my mom to come home, do you?
No, I don't.
Deanna sent me an email. I printed it out to show you. Do you want me to read it?
No. But go ahead, since you're obviously not going to leave me alone until you do.
Dear Katie, I was so angry at you for telling Henry the truth about the baby, but I understand why you did it. You love my Henry too, and I know how hard it must have been to keep such a big secret from him. I just wanted to say how sorry I am for all the heartache I caused. And even though Henry hates me and he might not want to listen, please tell him that I still love him, and I always will. And someday I know he will understand and appreciate everything I did for us. What are you doing?
I'm going to the police.
Why?
Why? Because this is a clue, and if Vienna has done anything to Barbara, maybe they can trace the codes or whatever it is they do.
No, you know Vienna wouldn't do something that desperate.
What, are you kidding me? After everything else she's already done, after faking the pregnancy, faking the miscarriage, she's got nothing to lose, Katie.
You know Vienna better than anyone. She's not a kidnapper.
I don't know what she is, okay? And quite frankly, I don't care. All I care about is finding Barbara, and this is the only lead I've got.
I'm coming with you.
This could be my mom's signature, but I'm not completely positive.
She always uses that little flourish at the end of her name.
Well, according to the credit card company, it checks out. But they were very quick to tell me that it's not an exact science.
Well, they're just covering their butts.
Yeah, they sure are, but let's hope for Barbara's sake it is authentic.
Here, this is an email from Vienna to Katie, and maybe I'll use it to track down Vienna and see if she has Barbara. Can you get anything from that?
I need the original file so I can take it to computer forensics.
Here, I will forward it to you right now.
But we may not need that. I've been doing a check on Barbara's credit cards, and there was some recent activity. Do you recognize that signature?
I already told you it's hers.
We'll let her do her job.
No, Will's right. This is her signature. You can tell it's got the little at the end of it there. No, wait, this zip code is Oakdale. Does that mean she's here?
Possibly. We don't want to get her.
Well,
hopes
if
up.
she's here, then let's go get her.
No, listen, we don't know anything yet. Only that there was a signature on, and we don't know for sure that it's her. Somebody could have stolen her purse. They could have forged the signature.
Really? I mean, in order to get it that close, they must have had a lot of practice.
Interesting that you should know that.
I never claimed to be a saint, Will.
So, what happens next?
I take this receipt to the vendor. I show it to them. If they can give me a description on who signed it, then we go with what we know from there.
Well, where was the card used?
It's a lingerie store called Schatzi's of Salzburg.
Yes! She loves their lingerie. That's gotta be her.
You don't want my mother to ever come back.
Nope.
And you can say that to my face.
Paul, your mother despises me. She has taken advantage of every opportunity to tell me that to be true. She doesn't hide it from you. Why should I?
Because she's missing.
Yeah, well, I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a hypocrite.
And because, let's face it, it's normal for a mother-in-law to have issues with the woman who marries her son.
Whoa. Issues? Issues. It is not normal for two women to literally try to rip each other's hair out of their heads. That is not normal.
Still, I can't believe that you really want something bad to happen.
No, of course not. But if your mother were to tell me she was going to relocate to, I don't know, Montega, let's just say I wouldn't try to talk her out of it. And that doesn't make me a bad person. Okay, because it's been really nice around here. Quiet, peaceful.
It hasn't been peaceful for me. All I can think about is where she is and when she's going to come back.
Me too.
Yeah, but for different reasons.
Well, so what? Okay, fine. With your mother gone, it's nice. We're like a real family. We're taking care of each other.
I
This
know
is
my
what
mom
families are
is a
supposed
piece
to
of work,
do.
but she is still part of my family. Can't you understand that?
Of course I can. I can. But she's toxic, okay? And I know you don't feel completely whole with her gone, but at least you're a living, breathing, happy person. I mean, if you would just let yourself be.
You know what? I'm not going to throw my mother away just because she's difficult, and you, of all people, should be glad that I am not that kind of a person, because otherwise I would never have married you. Now, I'm going down to the police station. I am going to be there with Will. I'm going to be there with Gwen, and I'm going to be there when they find my mother.
As much as I dislike Reed Oliver, I'm not going to rearrange my entire life just to one-up him. I mean, what's the point? I get to gloat for a minute and a half. He goes off and does whatever he wants to do. I'm stuck here running Memorial.
But that's my point. You're the one that doesn't want to be tied down.
Not by the wrong things. No, but Tom, this is right. My whole life I've watched Dad run this hospital. I know what it takes. I know that I'd be a better replacement than Reed Oliver.
But you said you didn't want to be stuck here running Memorial.
If I was doing it for the wrong reason, will you stop twisting my words around? No wonder you became a lawyer.
Yeah, well, words are important. You may think you're saying one thing, but you might be saying something else.
All right, look. This has nothing to do with Reed. It's about me.
Well, I don't give a damn about Dr. Oliver. I don't even like the guy.
Thank you.
But I do think that you are an extraordinary person. I mean, you became a doctor because you wanted to help people, not because you were in love with the perks of the job. Let's face it, you spent most of your life living in a tent helping people who really needed it. Now, that can be hard work, but it's also exciting, and being chief of staff is not going to give you that kind of adrenaline rush.
Yeah, but Dad did it.
Yeah, he did it great. I mean, he's an amazing person in his own right, and I can understand that you might want to impress him, but following in his footsteps, isn't that taking it a little too far?
Tom, listen, this is not an impulsive decision, okay? And it's not about Reed or Dad. It's about me and what I want. If I was to be completely honest with you, I would tell you that it's a little bit about Katie, too.
Look, I've got a picture of Barbara on my phone. I'll take it to Shotzi's and they'll see if they've seen her.
let me handle it.
No, please, you gotta let me do something, Margot, please.
Henry, don't do this. Let the police handle the investigation. They know what they're doing. The last time you took things into your own hands.
I know, and I learned my lesson the hard way. I will not keep anything from Margot. I just need to help find Barbara.
No one doubts that. But you wanted the same thing when I was missing too, and things got out of hand.
I know what happened, Katie. Okay, look, I can't sit here and wait. I will go crazy.
We all gotta wait.
No, we don't all have to wait. There's certain things I can ask. No random cop is gonna know certain things. For example, do you know what kind of thong Barbara wears?
Oh, God.
Well, I do.
And that's exactly why my mom's in this mess.
Maybe, probably, which is why I need to help out and find her.
Henry, it's a bad idea.
What if I go along and make sure he stays out of trouble?
Oh, there's a comfort.
You're not a cop, Paul.
Well, maybe that's a good thing. I mean, if there is something sneaky going on, then maybe the cops would make them nervous. And a worried son and whatever Henry is, I mean, we might be able to find out something.
Hey, this is not rocket science. We'll just take the picture and show it. And if they have seen her, that means that, okay, she came in, she bought some lingerie for herself, and she just didn't want to see us. And if they haven't seen her, we'll just move on to the next clue.
Keep you on speed dial, Margot. I promise.
All right, you go in, you ask the questions, you get out, you call me immediately, and if either one of you tries to become a detective, I'll lock you up on obstruction charges. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Hello. We don't need you tagging along.
Guten Tag, gentlemen.
Guten Tag, that means hello.
I figured that.
I don't often get men in the shop and two at the same time. Looking for something nice for your lady friends? Or perhaps each other?
Oh my God, she thinks we're a couple.
9, straight.
Mein Bruder.
Right, exactly, is my brother.
Yes.
Schatzi makes no judgments. Nice ones, yeah?
Yeah, this is just like the one Barbara wore the first night that we...
Henry, that's my mother.
Right, we're looking for this woman. She probably brought some lingerie here. Have you seen her? Take a good look. She's a regular here. She talks about this place all the time. And her credit card company said that she'd bought some lingerie here recently. I'm sure you couldn't forget a beautiful face like that.
I don't pay so much attention to the faces, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean here. But how about this one?
So many women come to Schatzi for their intimate wares. How can I remember just one?
This is not just any woman. Barbara Ryan is a famous designer. She has impeccable taste. She's exquisite and sensual and very intelligent, and I'm sure...
I don't give my customers IQ tests. I sell brassieres.
Do you know something, Shotzi? Do you have some information that you were holding back from us?
Okay, so what is going on between you and Henry?
He hates me for lying to him.
But you two came in here together, so does that mean he's forgiven you or not?
Not. And I don't think he ever will.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I don't know how much you love him. But frankly, if I were in Henry's shoes, I'd do the same thing. That was a pretty big lie.
Thanks for the support.
I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, right? Right? Oh, I know that you and Henry are more than just friends. I know that you're just...
we are. We're best friends. And now I've lost him forever. I told such a terrible lie, and I can't go back, and I can't make up for it. And the worst part is, there was a part of me that knew it was wrong to lie for Vienna, but I've just been so crazy ever since Brad was killed.
I know, sweetheart.
I just thought that maybe if Henry and Vienna got back together, that it would be like turning back time, you know? to when we were all so happy, but clearly you can't do that, and I made things so much worse by trying.
Well, sweetie, I suppose your heart was in the right place.
Those days are gone, and nothing can bring them back, and I'm so stuck. Because I can't go backwards, but I can't go forward because every day I miss Brad so much it hurts. And everybody keeps telling me that it's gonna get better, but it just doesn't.
It will.
When?
Actually,
I can't deal with this. I can't go on like this every day. I am in so much pain. When does the past become the past so I can move on with my life, so my heart just doesn't keep getting yanked back into something that's gone forever?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, I didn't realize that you and Katie were that close.
She'd probably tell you we're not. But I'm serious about her. But I can understand why she's a little gun shy. You know, she's still grieving Brad. She's got a new baby.
You rationalize much?
Tom, she cares about me. All right, that I'm certain. But she's feeling vulnerable. She's a bit overwhelmed, all for good reason. Sometimes it makes her do things without thinking them through first.
I got news for you, little brother. This is not new behavior for Katie.
Yeah, but it's been a little more intense since Brad died.
I thought you swore off needy women when you broke things off with Allison.
Look, under normal circumstances, okay, I'd run for the hills. But I don't know, Katie, she's different. You know, she's so full of life. And right now it's buried underneath all that grief, and I gotta try to get through to her.
You do?
Yes. Yes, and if I'm gonna be in it for the long haul, I could do worse than heading up Memorial.
What did Katie say when you told her you were staying?
She says she knows how I feel about her.
That's it? Nothing about her feelings?
She can't make any promises right now. I mean, look, she's not saying no, and she's willing to see where things go, so.
A little vague, don't you think?
Well, that's how it is with us. You know, we have our good days and our bad days, 3 steps ahead, 2 steps back. Katie needs to feel safe, like she's got someone to lean on. And if I'm here running a hospital, I can do that for her.
Fair enough, then do me a favor. Take this thing slow. I mean, Katie's been through a lot. You don't want to scare her off.
Trying not to scare her off.
You know, if you and Katie wind up getting married, we won't just be brothers, we'll be brothers-in-law, too.
Okay, easy. Didn't you just say take things slow? Come on.
I apologize for my brother. He's in love with a woman, Barbara Ryan, who also happens to be my mother, and she's missing, so he's very distraught.
Your mother?
Yeah, it's complicated.
She's a much younger mother.
And we're only half brothers, completely different mothers.
Ah, this woman is a cougar.
No. Well, technically, yes, but she is more of a lioness and zebra-striped thongs.
You need to stop.
I'm sorry, it won't happen. Just forget I said that.
Here,
Sorry.
one more time. Are you sure that you don't remember her?
No, I'm very sorry. Are you all right?
No, I'm hyperventilating. I do have a paper bag. I normally have one with me, but I don't have one right now.
Should I call 911?
You have that? Great. Here.
Okay.
Is it working? You're not feeling any better. We'll get you to the hospital. Listen, this is my number. You can reach me here. Call me if you remember anything.
I know that waiting is really hard, but it's the only thing that we can do right now. And you know what? Once we find your mom, she's gonna want 100% of your attention 100% of the time while she recovers.
I hope so. You know, Paul's actually been really great through all this.
Yeah, surprisingly. Did you see Emily's face when she found out that your mom might still be in Oakdale?
Yeah, not a lot of joy there. But Emily's hated my mom as long as I can remember. I honestly don't blame her. I mean, you should have seen some of the things my mom did to her.
But Emily's done some stuff too in her lifetime.
Some. But she and Paul seem really happy.
Yeah, I noticed that. Look, I don't want to be negative, but didn't it seem like they were trying a little too hard, you know, to be happy?
What do you mean?
I don't know exactly. It's just that when we were there this morning, I had this... It didn't feel right. That's why I didn't want to leave Hallie there when Emily offered.
What do you mean?
Look, you thought that Emily might have something to do with your mom.
Yeah, but Paul defended her.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think that maybe Paul was so quick to defend her because they're in on your mom's disappearance together? That's why I think that something's up. There's no way that Paul and Emily can have a nice, normal family, but there they were, picture perfect. It just all seemed a little orchestrated to me.
Orchestrated why? So that we wouldn't suspect them of getting rid of my mom? It obviously didn't work.
But it did. It worked on you.
What makes you think that Paul would get rid of our mom just because Emily doesn't like her?
Okay.
Emily hates a lot of people, you know? If that's his criteria, then he's gonna be a serial killer.
But you're thinking logically about this, and it's not. They're both crazy. Paul's certifiable.
So am I.
You know that's not what I mean.
This would be going too far, even for him. Although I can see why he might be tempted to get rid of Mom. God knows I've felt the same way sometimes. Actually going through with it? Never. Not him. Not my brother.
What happened?
I'm not sure. He's just hyperventilating.
Just. Okay, Henry, relax. Let's get you into an exam room, all right?
What do I do?
You can just wait. All right, hold up. Yeah, breathe into that, okay? Steady, deep breaths. Henry, relax. Better. Look, Henry, I know you're mad at Katie. And I understand why she helped Vienna trick you. But she didn't do it alone. I knew about the whole thing, too. Henry, relax. Henry, relax. There's no need to pass out. Breathe it out. Breathe it out. It hurt me to have to lie to you, okay? But Katie, she really believed what she was doing was right. Okay, and her intentions, they were good. Although her methods were questionable, illogical, maybe even sometimes illegal, but she sincerely believed that you and Vienna were meant for each other. Okay? So, point being, if you're gonna be mad at Katie, you gotta be mad at me.
Okay. I'm mad at you too.
Really? Because I thought you were gonna see the bigger picture.
I know Katie wanted to make me happy, but she did the opposite. Barbara makes me happy, and she is gone, and Katie could have stopped that.
Okay, look, Henry, I don't think Katie understood the depths of your feelings for Barbara. Okay, and from what I saw at your wedding, I don't think you did either. Look, Katie was just fighting for your future the best way she knows how.
Look how well that turned out.
How's it going?
Can you get me another doctor, please?
Henry's known you way before you even met Brad. And he does know you. He does know how you feel. And sure, he's angry now, but he'll get past it sooner or later.
I don't think so. Especially if something terrible really did happen to Barbara. I mean, what if, I don't want to say it, but what if she's dead?
No, you're getting way ahead of yourself here.
But we know the kind of person she is. She doesn't just disappear because she's hurt. In fact, she does the exact opposite. That's how she dealt with James Stenbeck all these years.
No, we don't know anything. I mean, you're just leaping to the worst case scenario.
Well, why not? It happens. The worst thing that could possibly happen to me happened, and I'm never going to be the same for it.
No. This is a whole different situation.
Something is wrong with Barbara, and you know it. I can see it all over you. She could be in trouble or dying as we speak, and you keep telling me to have hope, but there's no hope.
Katie, wait a minute. We don't know anything yet. We really don't. Just look, Paul and Henry, they could come back in here and they could say, yes, Barbara was lingerie shopping the other day. We just gotta hold out for the good news, okay?
I'm sorry. I know you're trying, but I can't hear this anymore. Okay, I gotta go home to Jacob.
Yeah, you had a good nap, didn't you? Somebody's calling us on the telephone. Maybe it's your daddy. Let's see. Hello.
May I speak to Mr. Paul Ryan, please?
This is his wife. Can I help you?
My name is Schatzi. I own Schatzi of Salzburg. Your husband was here a little while ago in my shop and he was looking for somebody.
Yeah, his mother, she's missing.
Yeah, I was so sorry to hear. I'm not sure if this will be helpful, but he said if I thought of anything.
You remember something?
No, but I found a bracelet. One of my customers must have left it. And I thought maybe it could be Barbara Ryan's.
Well, I'm sure it's possible.
If it is hers, that proves that she was in the shop. And that could maybe help your husband track her down.
You know what? I'm gonna come down right now and take a look. Thank you so much. My husband's gonna be so grateful you called. Okay, bye-bye. Eliza, we are gonna go down and talk to a lady about your grandma.
Oh, hey, you're still here. What luck?
Hey, baby, Chris just left a little while ago.
Did you offer him lots of sage brotherly advice?
Well, I tried to, but to tell you the truth, Chris did most of the talking. Do you know that he's going to go after Dad's job when Dad retires?
Really? I thought he didn't want to be an administrator.
Yeah, well, changed his mind.
Huh. Well, that's a win-win for Bob, right? I know he's been worried about who was going to replace him, and he's always hinted that he wants Chris to be the one.
Yeah, well, he's not taking the job because of Dad. He's taking it because of Katie.
Why?
Because he's crazy about her?
Oh, man, this is just typical Chris Hughes timing. This couldn't be worse.
What are you talking about?
Oh, well, Katie had a meltdown at the station not but half an hour ago, and she's a complete emotional wreck. She just can't get past the fact that Brad isn't coming back, and I think a serious relationship right now is the last thing she needs.
Hey, he knows she's fragile.
No. She's grieving, honey. She thinks about Brad constantly. It's so unhealthy for her. Why can't your brother see that?
Maybe because he's in love with her?
Oh, my God, he said that?
Well, not in so many words, but I think that's what he was trying to say. Hey, look.
Oh, no.
I know what love looks like. He's a goner.
No, not, so then this isn't just about Katie. This is Chris's family. We've got to make sure that he doesn't get hurt.
He can handle himself. This is not his first relationship.
Yeah, and he's done so well in all of the others.
And what if Katie's the one?
Well, maybe once upon a time, but not now.
Really? And when did you get so careful?
Look, I know my sister. I know that she can't let go of things easily, and she lost her heart when she buried Brad, and I just don't think she's going to recover enough to fall in love again.
I have more faith in her than you did.
That's because you're on Chris's side. But listen, honey, I think that Katie and Chris would be great friends, but just as a partner, he's all wrong.
Are you insulting my brother?
No, I'm not. But you have to admit, his track record in love life is not so great.
So he's made some mistakes. Who hasn't?
Some mistakes. Come on, Tom. He's with Molly, and then he's with her daughter, then he's with Emily, and then he's with her sister, and he's with her sister again and again and again. And add to that what's to keep him from grabbing his backpack and taking off for points unknown at any given moment. And Katie can't take that right now. She needs to feel safe and secure, and she's not going to get that with Chris.
Oh, I get it. You got this all figured out.
Well, I'm just watching out for my little Katie did.
I know what you think you're doing. Has it ever occurred to you that you could be wrong?
You do not have permission to treat me.
What's the problem? You seem better.
He just told me that he was part of Katie and Vienna's whole nefarious plot to keep me away from Barbara.
You knew?
Well, I was trying to apologize.
It's way too late! Benedict Arnold, would you please go to the nurse's station and find someone else to take over my case?
Okay, really, that is not necessary.
Actually, I think my brother makes a good point.
Look, he is not going to need another doctor because he is fine. And guess what? I'm not going to charge you for the brown bag. Isn't that great?
Don't do me any favors.
Okay, look, you might want to try to calm him down before he hyperventilates again, okay?
All right.
Hello?
Hey, Katie. Just wanted to let you know Henry is down here at the hospital.
What happened?
Anxiety attack, but he will live.
I'm on my way.
I know that we've had some problems with your mom, but Iris coming back reminded me of what a great mother your mom is in comparison.
It's all relative.
She's the only Grandma Hallie's ever gonna have.
Well, we could always call Iris and have her come back.
No, that's the last thing we need right now.
You're not gonna get any argument out of me.
Come on, let's go pick up our daughter.
Well, it's beautiful, but I don't remember my mother-in-law wearing this.
What a shame. I thought it would be the sign that your husband and his brother were looking for.
Well, it doesn't mean that it's not Barbara's. Would you mind if I took this home to show Paul? Maybe he'll recognize it.
Absolutely. Und chin up, Mäuschen. They are going to find your grandmother.
Hey, what are you doing here? Is it Mom? No, it's not Mom. I told you I would call you if I found anything about Mom.
So why are you here?
Henry had an anxiety attack, and I couldn't get him to calm down, so I brought him here, and now he's recovering. He's breathing into a paper bag.
What happened to the lingerie shop? Did they recognize Mom?
No, but that doesn't mean that she wasn't there. The owner says she doesn't look at faces.
Hey, what happens next?
Well, the credit card is a dead end. We're not even sure now if Mom signed the receipt.
Well, do they have security cameras?
If you saw shots, you wouldn't ask that question, no.
All right. Allison's still with Hallie at the movies. Maybe we should go back to Mom's room and see if there's anything we overlooked the first time.
That's a great idea. I mean, we didn't see the passport at first. Maybe there's something else we overlooked.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go home. You find anything out, give me a call.
Yeah, you too.
It's pretty, isn't it? Yes, it is. Maybe it belongs to your Grandma Barbara, or maybe not. So tell me, Eliza, is Mommy a bad person for hoping it's not? It's been so nice without her here. You know, it's quiet, peaceful. Just the three of us. A little family. So what do you think? Am I a terrible person for wanting Daddy all to myself, huh? I don't think so. Oh, maybe that's Daddy calling us now. Hello?
Hey, I just got home. Where are you?
I'm at Old Town with Eliza. We need a little fresh air. We'll be home soon.
Okay, I'll see you when you get here.
Paul, I need to tell you something.
What?
Just that I love you.
You are not being fair to Chris. True, he's had several failed relationships.
Well, that number would be in the double digits.
Okay, he's a good-looking doctor, but that's not the point. He's had his heart broken, too.
I think he's the one who's done most of the breaking.
So what?
So I don't want my sister's heart broken. She's had enough heartbreak to last a lifetime.
So you're happy that she's alone. Is that what you want for her?
No, of course I don't.
Well, then if she's going to enter a new relationship, eventually she's going to have to take a risk and open herself up to somebody new.
But it's not going to be with your brother.
Why not?
What?
What if she becomes for Chris what you've become for me, the woman that he's waited his entire life for, his soulmate, the perfect complement? I mean, the person that makes sense out of all the things that never made sense before. You know, the answer?
Honey, you're fighting dirty.
Look, I just want you to try and see what I'm seeing. Now, it's true that Katie and Chris could crash and burn, but what if they become like us and they live happily ever after? Isn't that a chance that she should be willing to take?
If your little brother breaks my little sister's heart, I will bring down upon him the full force of the law directly on his head.
Ooh.
Ooh.
On what charge?
I don't know. I'll think of something.
All right. Well, accounting already has your insurance information on file.
Does that mean I'm done?
Not yet. Read this and sign there. Look, you really gotta think about what you're doing to Katie.
But you better stop lecturing me or I'm going to sue you for pain and suffering.
Oh, because of pain and suffering. Well, speak of the devil.
I came to give Henry a ride home.
Thanks, but no thanks.
I was afraid you'd say that. Okay, well, he shouldn't drive himself. When he gets worked up, he tends to weave.
Katie. I know why you did what you did. I wish you hadn't. And maybe eventually I'll be able to forgive you. But right now, all I want to do is find Barbara.
Hello.
Mr. Ryan,
Shotzi?
Yeah, it's me. I was wondering, Mr. Ryan, did the bracelet belong to your mother after all?
What bracelet?
Your wife came by the shop and I gave her a bracelet I found on the dressing room floor. I thought it might belong to your mother, but she didn't recognize it, so she asked if she could take it home and see if you did.
Right. Thanks. My wife's not home right now, but I'll be sure and let you know what happens. And Shotzi, Dankeschön.
Bittchen, Herr Ryan. I'm sure.
You know, none of this is my fault, Melissa. Your grandmother never wanted me and your daddy together. In fact, she did everything in her power to keep us apart, including that last stunt she pulled with, well, with who should remain nameless, I suppose. But we managed to survive in spite of her. No, we were a family, and I'm not gonna let her tear us apart. It wouldn't be good for you. No, it wouldn't be good for any of us. I'm gonna make sure we're always a family, little Miss Eliza. Okay, you know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore, so let's stop playing with this bracelet. Because your grandma is gone. G-O-N-E, gone. And we need to go home because Daddy misses us. Yes, he does. This is so much.
What are you doing?
Did I give you the keys?
You put it in your back pocket when we went out. I'm really glad we left Hallie with Allison. That way we can focus on looking for clues.
Yeah, I hope we find something.
If it's in there, we'll find it. We better get started.
On the next As the World Turns,
But it doesn't give you the right to keep evidence away from me or from Will.
What evidence? Something connected to Mom?
Hi, baby. Mama's back. Come on, Chuckles. I need to hear your voice. Come on!
Hello, Barbara. Miss me?